Welcome back to the channel, petrol heads and speed freaks. Forget about pedestrian crossovers and sensible hatchbacks, because in this video, we're strapping ourselves into the bleeding edge of automotive performance. That's right, we're about to dive headfirst into a world where physics bends to the will of monstrous engines and aerodynamic design. We're talking about the fastest production cars on the planet, those automotive apex predators with more horsepower than cents and price tags that would make your accountant faint. From the untouchable legacy of Bugatti to the cutting-edge tech of Rimac, these machines represent the pinnacle of engineering brilliance and unadulterated speed. So buckle up, because we're about to unleash a symphony of screaming engines, tire-shredding acceleration, and enough technological wizardry to make your head spin. Get ready to explore the top 5 fastest cars of 2024, where we'll uncover the secrets behind their mind-bending performance and drool over their exquisite designs. Right off the bat, we're kicking things off with a legend. This is the Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus, a car so ridiculously fast it makes other supercars look like they're stuck in treacle. Remember when Bugatti cracked the 300 miles per hour barrier? This is the magnificent beast that did it. And it's not just about brute force, although it's got plenty of that with its 1600 horsepower quad-turbocharged W16 engine. The Chiron Supersport 300 Plus is a masterclass in aerodynamic efficiency. Just look at that elongated tail, the redesigned rear diffuser, and those subtle tweaks to the bodywork. It's all about cheating the wind, squeezing every last ounce of performance out of that monstrous engine. But don't think for a second that this is some stripped-out race car. Oh no. Step inside, and you'll find a cabin that wouldn't look out of place in a luxury yacht. We're talking buttery soft leather, polished aluminum, and enough carbon fiber to make a Formula One car blush. This is a car that can rocket you to 300 miles per hour and cost you an absolute luxury while doing it. But let's be honest, you're not buying a Chiron Supersport 300 Plus to commute to the shops. This is a statement, a rolling testament to what's possible when money is no object, and engineers are given free rein. It's the kind of car that makes small children point and grown adults weep with a mixture of envy and awe. But what's it actually like to drive? Well, I'm working on getting my hands on one. And believe me, when I do, you'll be the first to know. Next up, we're heading north to Sweden, the land of flat-pack furniture and ridiculously fast cars. This is the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute, a car that sounds like it was named by a heavy metal band and goes like a rocket-propelled bar stool. And when I say rocket-propelled, I mean it. This thing is absolutely bonkers, with a claimed top speed of over 330 miles per hour. Now, that figure is theoretical, based on simulations and calculations, but knowing Koenigsegg, I wouldn't bet against them achieving it. Underneath that sleek aerodynamic bodywork lies a 1600 horsepower, 5.0-liter V8 engine that revs to a screaming 8,500 revolutions per minute. It's mated to Koenigsegg's revolutionary light-speed transmission, a 9-speed gearbox so fast it makes dual-clutch transmissions look like they're stuck in molasses. But the Jesko Absolute is more than just a straight-line missile. It's also incredibly light, thanks to its carbon fiber construction and lightweight components. This gives it an almost unbelievable power-to-weight ratio, meaning it can corner like it's on rails. Inside, the Jesko Absolute is a study in minimalist Scandinavian design. There are no fancy infotainment screens or acres of leather here. Instead, you get a driver-focused cockpit with all the essential controls within easy reach. It's all about keeping the driver connected to the car and focused on the road ahead. And let's be honest, when you're piloting a machine this potent, distractions are the last thing you need. Now we're heading back to the States, the spiritual home of the muscle car, to meet a machine that redefines what American performance can be. This is the SSC Tuatara, a car that looks like it was designed in a wind tunnel and built by a team of rocket scientists, and with good reason. You see, the Tuatara holds the current production car speed record, having hit a mind-boggling 282.9 mph back in 2020. That's right, this American beast dethroned the mighty Bugatti and brought the speed crown back to the US of A. Powering this beast is a 5.9-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine that churns out a monstrous 1,750 horsepower on E85 fuel. That's right, 1,750 horses, all channeled through a 7-speed automated manual transmission to the rear wheels. But the Tuatara isn't just about brute force. It's also incredibly aerodynamic, with a drag coefficient of just 0.279. That's slipperier than a greased weasel in a wind tunnel. And it's a big part of what allows the Tuatara to achieve such incredible speeds. Inside, the Tuatara is surprisingly luxurious, with a driver-focused cockpit and high-quality materials throughout. There's even a digital rear-view mirror, which is handy when you consider the engine is mounted behind your head. But let's be honest, You don't buy a Tuatara for its creature comforts. You buy it to experience the thrill of driving one of the fastest cars ever built. It's a car that demands respect, a machine that will test the limits of your bravery and your driving ability. Hold on to your Stetsons, folks, because we're about to meet a car that's as wild and untamed as the Lone Star State itself. This is the Hennessy Venom F5, a car that's designed to do one thing, and one thing only: go insanely fast. And boy, does it ever. Hennessy claims a top speed of over 311 mph for the Venom F5, which would make it the fastest production car on the planet. Now, that figure is still theoretical, as the car hasn't officially broken the 300 mph barrier yet. But knowing Hennessy, they'll be gunning for it soon. Underneath that low-slung aerodynamic bodywork lies a 6.6-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine that produces a scarcely believable 1,817 horsepower. That's right, 1,817 horsepower, all channeled through a 7-speed single-clutch automated manual transmission to the rear wheels. The Venom F5 is also incredibly light, thanks to its carbon fiber construction and lightweight components. In fact, it tips the scales at just under 3,000 pounds, which is lighter than some sports cars. This gives it an almost unbelievable power-to-weight ratio, meaning it can accelerate from 0 to 60 mph in under 2.6 seconds, and hit 200 mph in a scarcely believable 8.4 seconds. Inside, the Venom F5 is surprisingly spacious and comfortable, with a driver-focused cockpit and high-quality materials throughout. But let's be honest, you don't buy a Venom F5 for its practicality or its comfort. You buy it because you want to experience the thrill of driving one of the most extreme cars ever built. It's a car that will test the limits of your bravery and your driving ability. And now for something completely different. This is the Rimac Navara, a car that proves that electric power can be just as exhilarating as a screaming V8. Forget your preconceived notions about electric cars being boring, because this Croatian creation is here to rewrite the rules of performance. The Navara packs 4 electric motors, one for each wheel, that generate a combined output of 1,914 horsepower and a mind-bending 1,740 lb-ft of torque. That's enough grunt to launch this electric hypercar from 0 to 60 mph in a scarcely believable 1.85 seconds. Keep your foot planted, and the Navara will rocket you to 186 mph in a barely comprehensible 9.3 seconds. While its top speed of 258 mph might be shy of some of the other contenders on this list, don't underestimate the sheer brutal acceleration of this electric monster. But the Navara is more than just a one-trick pony. It's also incredibly agile and responsive, thanks to its advanced torque vectoring system and sophisticated suspension setup. And let's not forget the instant torque delivery of those electric motors, which gives the Navara a level of responsiveness that internal combustion engines can only dream of. Inside, the Navara is a technological tour de force with a sleek, minimalist design and a digital instrument cluster that wouldn't look out of place in a spaceship. But the real magic happens when you unleash the Navara's full potential on the open road. It's a car that defies expectations, a machine that proves that the future of performance is electric. So there you have it, our rundown of the top 5 fastest cars in the world for 2024. These are the machines that push the boundaries of what's possible, the automotive equivalents of rock stars, always pushing the limits. From the mind-bending speed of the Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus to the technological marvel of the Rimac Navara, these cars represent the pinnacle of automotive engineering and design. They're the kind of cars that ignite the imagination and make you weak at the knees. If you enjoyed this high-octane journey through the world of speed and luxury, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and let us know in the comments which of these speed demons you'd most like to take for a spin. Until next time, keep it fast and furious.